Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. So, we are starting the episode with our usual. Let me just look around and determine where I am and what I needed to do. And I do remember now. I think I got the delicate flower. So basically the to-do thing that we have is deliver this, and we're gonna have to be very careful when we do that, because we can't take any damage whatsoever. And that was kind of a shock for me, because it's not that you can't die, you can't take any damage. And just a reminder, we have to go from the resting grounds through down here, like we're taking this road through the blue lake, then up and over, then I think we're gonna swing down here in the fungal wastes, go left. In fact, I'm not sure if I need to swing down here, then pass through this portion of the fog canyon, go up. Or is that how we're gonna do it? Or are we gonna go down and then left? And then we're gonna have to find, I think this is where the grave of the traitor was, which is what we're looking for. I'm pretty sure it's this space right here. And we can't take any damage, and we can't use the stack, and we also can't use the dream gate, in case any of you was wondering, because that would have been a nice cheat code, but nope. So is that Quirrell?
Go on, Amane Churo.
Twice I've seen this world, and though my service may have stripped the first experience from me, I'm thankful I could witness its beauty again. Hollow Nest is a vast and wondrous thing, but with as many wonders as it holds, I've seen none quite so intriguing as you. Heh. My flattery returns only silent stoicism. I like that. I like that very much. Incredible. And that got me an achievement. So, question: am I like not talking in universe as well? Because that's kind of weird. I probably should have just taken the crystal dash, but let's take it slow instead. Slow and steady. Oh my god, this creepy person. Yeah, I need... Oops. So now... So we have to be really careful here, because there are a lot of enemies which are... Yeah. Man. So yeah, there are quite a lot of enemies that are not quite dangerous in terms of them being able to kill me, but it's very easy for them to actually deal damage to me. And we're gonna have to take care of that somehow. We also need to go back there, and I think we're gonna just do it like this. Whoop. Now, is this a problem? probably not right. Just move on. And fortunately we can do this an unlimited number of times until we get it. Was it? No, it wasn't here. It was up from the chest, right? Yeah. But it's still gonna take a bajillion years because every mistake just takes us back to the beginning. Yeah, destroy. Sure, yes, I know it's very precious, I need to be careful, whatever. Moving on. I think though that because we are not actually hitting the bench, although it's so taking the flower actually resets. So that was just a wrong controller input. No, oh man, that was a bad call. Oh, back up. So yeah, so taking the flower resets my bench position to the bench that's right in front of this guy, the Grey Mourner. But it's not it's not the same as me taking this place, taking the bench, because it doesn't reset any of the enemies. And therefore, each attempt, as long as I don't save, which since I'm gonna be taking basically a single piece of damage, shouldn't be an issue. Come on. Yeah, I know what. Just can I move on? Yeah. So I hope that the enemies will not get reset, and therefore any further attempts are going to be easier than the first ones, because I'll have cleared out some of the path, maybe. And that actually kind of depends on the strategy that I take. Like this guy, for example, it's probably never a good idea for me to actually fight him, but that's okay. Does this get reset? No, of course not. Probably this is alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight that guy, right? We're gonna have to be very patient. Okay. Particularly with these guys, because they're very fast, and I need to just backtrack them as much as possible and be as careful as I can be. Okay. Also use my soul skills. So up is not the way to go. So rather down is not the way to go. We have to go up. It's here. come on! So, given that we're not actually resetting the enemies, is it in fact possible for me to just clear them out? Because I've kind of been basically dying to every single one of them. And let's maybe do one full run. Just to check the full route. Is it route or route? I mean, I work for the transport sector, use this all the time, and I'm still not quite sure what the proper pronunciation is. Let's check. Yeah, I think I go forward in the Forgotten Crossroads and then go down. So like this. This is probably the better route. Except don't forget about these spikes. Okay. Okay. And was it here? Yeah. Now careful. I don't need this. Down. Okay. So one thing I know for sure, and that's that I don't want and don't need to kill the large jellyfish. So what's the way? Down and then left, right? That seems to be the proper way. Okay. So dodge the large jellyfish. Kill the small ones as long as they're in my way. I don't need to go out of my way to kill them, just because they're not really that dangerous. They kinda stay in place and they're not a problem. I go left, then down, and the first to the left. And it's this here. And I got the thing that's here. And we are enter the Queen's Gardens. And I don't think we're that far away. Basically go. Just need to dodge these little guys, and don't forget that they leave corpses that are actually dangerous. But other than that, the Queen's Garden wasn't really that scary. I mean, there are a couple of places that are kinda awkward. Yikes. And we got this reoccurring problem that parts of the place are actually getting obscured by the foreground, which is honestly, it's my least favorite part of the game's design. I think they could have avoided that. And it's here, right? And this is kind of awkward, but it's not impossible. And this is the place that we need to hit. So all in all, that's kind of tedious, but it's not really... It's not an impossible journey is what I'm trying to say. It's not something that I expect will take a bajillion attempts, as long as I don't do two stupid things. No, that's not the way. That's the way. Because we don't really have to go back the normal route. We can't use the stack to come here, but we most certainly can use it to go back to the resting grounds, because the delicate flower is already destroyed. In any case, this might take us a couple more attempts, although I'll try to be as careful as possible, but you never know. Now we have a good idea of what route we're gonna have to take, what are the dangers there, and honestly, it's not guaranteed or anything, but it's also not unreasonably hard. In fact, Yeah, I will. In fact, what I was trying to say is that I would rate it to be easier than the trial of the fool, and that's not really saying much, because the trial of the fool really took me just so many attempts. It was very, very hard, and we finally were able to do it, but it certainly was quite hard. Yeah. But not impossible or anything. We were able to do it, and this definitely seems to be easier. So this is probably the most critical part of the journey, because the enemies here are kinda fast and explosive and just kinda difficult to handle, but they've been cleared out. So we need to go up and then left. Wow. The higher route. Okay. Fortunately, the more dangerous ones don't actually reset, so that's at least a plus. Just be careful. Oh wow, it's a good thing I moved, because I definitely didn't notice that. And here again we have to be quick because of these. Okay, now yikes. Okay. Here. Do all these guys and now go under the big jellies. Just pass teacher. Now what was the way down, and then the first one to the left, right. I probably need to stop using right as a prompt, particularly when I'm talking about direction, because it's getting just so confusing. And combined with my really unexpected habit of mixing up left and right when I'm talking about directions, it's just very, very disorienting. That's the right way. Yes. Go on. Now stay up, and to the left is the right way, the proper way. No. The correct way, let's say. That's not the way though. And we are done. Oh, and we get a bunch more flowers. Cool. Bye, traitor child. What if I go out and then come back? Is something gonna happen? Nope. I mean, quest completed, I guess. And now we just fall back down and take the stack again and go back to the resting ground to collect our reward. And I honestly have no idea what the reward is supposed to be. I mean, I doubt it's gonna be something great. At best, I'm expecting some sort of a charm. But you know, who can tell? Lemaire, you have done this thing. Is it possible? This world's cruelty, I thought it overwhelming, but Lemaire, such great compassion. The chest love would know her partner's heart, even aeon past. Is it that, Lemaire? Such grief can end, Che can end? Oh, and I, dear love, Che too can end. Bye. Oh. Okay. I don't mind. So now we have a thing that I remembered getting is the loft key, and I need to check that out. Where the loft tower was, because I don't quite remember. I mean, I know it was somewhere to the east, but I'm gonna need to be careful when checking the map. In fact, let's just do it right now, because Really, where could it possibly be? I mean, could it be this? Could it be this, as a matter of fact? This space right here, next to the King's Station. I mean, this is a symbol of a door here, so that might actually be the case. I'm not 100% sure that that was the problem. I kind of remember entering something from the King's Station. I'm not quite sure whether that was the case. I'm certain it was somewhere to the east of the map. And it was either something within ish the Crystal Peak, or maybe connecting to it, or I mean, okay, let's try the pleasure house. I'm not 100% convinced, but let's try it. Let me check the map again. Because in fact the way to go would be about from here, right? I mean, I don't know. Let's see this. Was that the place? No, I don't think so. I think that's a different place. Yeah, it was something else, but I don't remember what, or rather where it was. I kind of feel like it connected to the Crystal Peak, which means that it must have been... Where could it have been, honestly? Jeez. I am terrible with locations. And I'd have marked this on the map, but I didn't. So, yeah. I mean, I think that this is the only spot that kind of makes sense. So I guess let's try it. Although, how would we go about this? I guess up and then down here and to the left makes probably the most sense. Let's just double check that that's the exit, so that's not really the thing. Yeah, we have max saucers, so it's not necessary. Now, where was the way? Wow, that's a large jump. Yeah, down. Oh yeah, these guys take 3 hits, I kind of forgot. Here. Is that the way? Yes. Wow, don't know how I dodged that, but good work, I guess. just excellent dodging. That might be the way. Yeah, that's the Tower of Love. And that's the key. Yeah. As a matter of fact, wasn't there another key? A cure or something? No, okay, so that was the one that I found the first time. And then I unlocked it, but the other one up there is the one that remained. So let's see. What? These jars are really creepy. That seems like a boss fight. Of course. So get rid of the little guys as soon as possible. And honestly, the boss is not scary. Whoops. That might actually be a reasonable strategy. Whoops. Okay. What hit me? Easy. That was interestingly different from the other bosses. There is something weird about the collector. I'm not quite sure what it is. I guess the fact that it was black. Okay. You're real. Also real. Yes. I think. The collector's map. Okay. So we have nice, very nice, excellent, I would say. So now the interesting question is, can we, as a matter of fact, get out of here? And the answer should be yes, we should be able to. But that's no, I think that's a great reward. I mean, cause if you're anything like me, the way that I like to play the games such as this one is I basically like to collect everything. And having a quest such as this one is always kind of tedious. And the reason, oh no, the reason that it's kind of tedious is that you always want to collect everything, but it's also always like, particularly when you're talking about grubs, like imagine what would happen if I didn't have any sort of a power route such as this one. I'd need to look it up, right, in order to be sure that I got everything. Because it's likely that the grub father's reward is, and I'm not sure what it is. I think I saw it like somewhere, but I'm not 100% certain. And it's likely that the final reward that he has is something that's awesome. It's not just G or whatever. It's like something really useful, like maybe, I don't know, a vessel fragment or a map fragment, or you know, some sort of unique charm or whatever, something like this. You know, something that's really cool. And if we didn't have this, we would need to be looking it up. But the issue with looking it up is that I would need to basically visit. Like I would go to the wiki of Hollow Knight and I would need to visit every single location that they've listed for grubs, and for every single one of them, no matter whether I've been there or... Did I really not? Did I seriously not enter this? I find this hard to believe. So I need to visit every single one, including the ones that I think I visited, because I can never be sure, right? If I'm missing one group, I basically need to visit them in order, just to make sure that it's not something that I thought I had but I actually missed. But giving me a map that shows me just the locations is brilliant, because I already know whether I visited them or not. And like for example, right now I know that there aren't any more grubs in the City of Tears. Because if there were, I'd see them on the map, and therefore I basically need to visit like just each region instead of every group location to be certain that I haven't missed any. And I don't even need to like cross-reference them or look up some external tool or whatever. So yeah, as I was saying, I like this reward very much. I think it's just such a great idea. So here, for example, there isn't one. We might want to go to the... Just very quickly go to the Howling Queens, just to check the map. Yeah, the bench is cool. So we'll be checking the Howling Cliffs, just to see if there isn't one there. No. Yeah. Okay. That's still considered. So we need the quickest possible path there. Okay. Is that not the way? That's the way. And that's not ideal or anything. It's still gonna take some time, because I need to pass basically everywhere. it's still gonna be much easier than if I had a list of all the locations and I needed to check them. Much less if I didn't even have that and had to check everything ever. Like go 3 times in all the regions, pass through every possible way. Just to make sure that I've gotten everything that's hidden, and that would not even guarantee that I have in fact found all of them. What was that? Not the way? That's the way. No, you're lying. I came from here. Yeah. I think they made like this weird wall jump that they give you, which the wall jump itself is not weird. What's weird is the way that we can change direction quickly in the air, or rather that just the two of them interact slightly unusually, which allows you to wall jump off one wall. That's not available, right? There is nothing here. Of course. So now we can also take a look at the Crystal Peak. Just to make sure that we haven't missed anything there. Oh, we have! Interesting. In fact, we've missed 2. Okay. Go on. I mean that's quick at least. These guys. Down and right seems to be the better route. Whoops. That's here. It's, yeah. So there was something. How did I miss that? For further right. And it's supposed. Okay, that's how I missed it. Cool. Thanks to the map, I guess. Now, so I'm not 100% sure that this will actually be available. It's possible that that there is some sort of a door that's closed. That's what I'd assume would happen, cause or did I come here before I got the monarch wings, and that's why I haven't explored any of these. Wow, what are these guys? The Star Trek books. Just be careful. Interesting. I guess I just forgot about this region. Oh, and we have a tree. Oh yeah. In fact, I kind of feel like I'm missing quite a lot of essence. Why did I not hit the tree? I mean, what do I even have to lose, right? It's not like it like worsens something or other. Just summons a bunch of things. Why am I having so much trouble with these guys? No. Oh, come on. And I missed probably the last one. No, that was the last one. Okay. Light refracted, energy contained. Energy contained? So that's why they were storing. They were mining for crystals because they contain light. I mean, okay, this kind of makes no sense from a physics standpoint, but okay, it does make video game sense. So fine, whatever. Wow, that was too good of a jump. Cool. You know, that's quite a lot of stuff that's basically optional, it seems. Or so I would assume. Wonder if I was supposed to do that, or in fact, where am I? Nowhere. Just near nothing whatsoever. Cool, I guess. No. There is more. Hollowness Crown. Okay. Pale War, and that's number 3, my friends. Now I can jump here. I kinda have to, right? I wonder if there is anything else going up. Let's in fact try it down, because ideally we're gonna hit the bench. Not because we're in any danger or anything. Okay. But because it will save our progress with the map, and we'll be able to figure out whether... Can I just like stop? Okay, so that's not working. Come on! My, this is tedious. Jeez, this return here is awful. I mean, how do you even do this? Not like this. That's probably the worst possible way. Okay, finally. So we're going to hit the bench. We're going back and hitting this bench, and we will come here again if the bench says that we haven't actually explored everything. But I am pretty confident that we explored, if not everything, then at least quite a lot. And we do want to go down and then left. No, just down. Down. And there is a bench. Hit the bench. Okay.